everyone, my name is Minuet Silver.
I'm Naya Iman.
And welcome to our Eminent segment. Today we're joined by two young men who attend our university, Frostburg State. So if you guys could say your name, age, your major, and where you're from.
All right, I'll begin. My name is Jay Jackson. I'm 20 years old. I'm a mass comm major here at Frostburg State University going into my junior year, and I'm from St. Mary's.
My name is Tutt. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. I'm 20 years old. My major is exercise sports science.
So the first question we would like to propose to you guys is,
Have you ever been stereotyped by the police in any way?
we'll start with you, Jose.
I don't think that I personally have ever been stereotyped by the police, but I think I've seen some incidents with some of my friends, and I've seen like videos, but I can't say that I have.
I think I have been, well actually I know I have been on several occasions. You have this, the typical stereotype situations where you're in the store and people think you're stealing, and then I've had more extreme situations to where, cops would assume I had drugs on me, yada yada yada, just based on the way I dress, and so on and so forth.
So Jose, we can talk about the Baltimore riots. Were you present for the event?
No, I wasn't present, but kind of wish that I was, so I can actually just see that. But none of my friends or anything were actually in it neither, but I saw videos. I don't really think the riot was done the correct way, seeing as though there was a lot of destruction of the city. People were just, just throwing stuff and stealing. A lot of people were just stealing stuff just because they actually wanted some new things. Most of them probably didn't even care about the verdict, but the reason I wanted to be in it, I just wanted to be in it for the right reasons. And I think it's a big section of Baltimore that actually were woken up by this, but there was also probably the majority of people who were doing it just to cause havoc.
Mm-hmm. So Jay, even though you're not from Baltimore, what is your insight on this issue?
I believe in the case of the Baltimore riots, you're dealing with a culture and a demographic that have seen, prejudice, racism, oppression throughout the years. So when these things happen, a lot of times they erupt into acts of protest where things are getting, destroyed. I do believe that some of them were in it for the right reasons. There is an alarming rate of black men dying by the hands of police. At the same time, in every culture you're going to have that subgroup that's going to take advantage of the situation. So that's my take on it.
So because of the area that we're in, this is a predominantly Caucasian area based on the university that we go to. Have you ever experienced outside of campus any type of racism from either the police or some of the town citizens or anything like that?
I think I have. Being up here, I've seen like a lot of Confederate flags, being misused. I've seen people like have it on their trucks and just waving the flag as they ride. I've seen people hanging it up, around their houses. I don't think they're really knowledgeable about the topic. I don't think they really know what the Confederate flag has standing for. And there's a lot of people using, racism and racist in the wrong sense. Not actually knowing the definition of it and just misusing it a lot. And I think parts of the school have a bit of racism in it, but I don't think the overall community, because there is a lot of African Americans and a lot of other people who aren't white that attend the school, so for the most part I think it does have some racism.
Mm-hmm. How about you, Jay?
I guess I have to agree with those. There are definitely those parts that have, the instances of racism. But I try to put the shoe on the other foot and look at it as, this is an area where the culture has been predominantly white for so long. So to them as, outsiders coming in for something that's different, you're often going to get those, those looks, those stares, those prejudices. Being around people that, they've only seen in media, online, so on and so forth. But even still, that's not an excuse. It's not a rationalization, but it just is what it is.
All right, so Jose, with the major that you have in the career field that you want to go into, do you feel that the color of your skin will play a role in your success in your field?
I think the color of my skin will only really matter depending on where I'm at. Like, I feel like if I graduated and, I have all the, skills that I needed, and I went back to Baltimore, I don't think it would be much of a problem trying to get a job. But I feel like if I was out here, where there's a lot of predominantly white areas, I feel like they will take account to my skin color. Not even like times being like they're not even really don't like black people. It's just that maybe there's only white people in the whole place, and I feel like they wouldn't know how the other employees will take it, bringing a black man into the to the workforce. So.
Mm-hmm. So Jay, how do you feel that the color of your skin will affect your progression in your field?
I think as black men, as black people, we always have to take into account what we'll be facing going into any field. But in my major, which is mass communications, I think that black people have a pretty strong hold over mass media, which is a huge part of mass communications. My only issue is that I want to work behind the camera, behind the boards, and black people seem to do a lot better in front of the camera, in front of the mic, on the bigger stages. So definitely my concern is, what will it be like? What is the competition, behind closed doors, something that we don't see, or something that I have yet to see.
So do you guys have any, words of encouragement for the young men in our generation who are dealing with any type of prejudice or discrimination specifically because of their skin color?
I would just like to say, be careful what you do, what you put online and what you do while you're in front of the camera, and to just respect each other, because if you don't, then you can't really expect other people who don't know you and who are not the same skin color you to respect you. Just really stop the violence. It's getting really crazy, especially within the music that people listen to. I think that really adds to it. I have 3 little brothers, and I can honestly see the change that they're going through, and a lot of it has become from the music. The friends listen to the same music, so they all want to act the same, and it's just really contagious. And it's really nobody to speak up for them, like in that group. I'm an older brother, but a young brother always doesn't want to listen to people that's old. They want to listen to their friends. So if nobody in that group is really speaking up for them and trying to give them some knowledge and wake them up, then it's just the whole system is going to fall. So I think the younger generation should really just calm down and just try to move forward.
I agree. So with that being said, what do you plan to contribute to better our generation for the young black men?
Well, like I said, the younger generation, they really don't want to listen to the older generation. So and I don't want to how sometimes parents will try to befriend their daughters and their sons, thinking that they're going to make them listen better. Well, since I am younger, even though I might be older than them, I could, we listen to some of the type of the same music. All I can really do is expose them to what, I've been through, especially in the last 2 years. I feel like I learned a lot, not even just from being in class, but just from being exposed to a lot of things. I can show them, I can help them want to make their friends better, show them what I saw that makes me want to say what I'm saying now, just keep moving forward. So that's all I can do.
All right. So Jay, do you have any words of encouragement that you would like to give?
Basically, I once again have to agree with everything that Jose said. One of my favorite books is The Souls of Black Folks by W.E.B. Du Bois. And within the first few pages, he speaks of, he says black men, but as black people, we have two selves. We have our American self as American people, and then we also have our black self as black people. What a lot of people don't understand, what black people need to understand as of right now is that's our reality. So the issue is now is that we have to educate our people, educate our people on our history, on how to represent themselves. Even though it's not fair, other cultures don't have to deal with it. This is just our reality. So that's basically my word of encouragement is to better yourself. Oftentimes it's said that we have to work twice as hard as everybody else. So just make it do what it did at the end of the day.
So what are you going to do to, better our generation as a whole with this issue?
I guess, the best, it'd be difficult for me to say all that, or it'd be hypocritical for me to say all that and then not lead by example. I have younger siblings. I have 3 sisters and a younger brother. To lead by example as a man for my older sisters, and then also lead by example as a man for my younger brother. So that has to be my contribution. Of course, I would like to do a lot more fundraising, charity, protest, or events to help the cause. But at its basis, the least I can do is lead by example.
All right. So we'd like to thank you guys for joining us today.
And thank you guys for watching our first returning episode of our Eminent segment.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.